Hi everyone, welcome to Go Global World. I'm super excited about 30-second GGW Sharks. This is the event we are running already almost a year, and it's been a success because of you, because of your interest, because of your support. Thank you for that, everyone. For investors, for startups, you are making this show so known and so popular just because you like it, you share your feedback, and we try to make it as useful as possible. So let's make this day again another cool day on our checklist. That was a fantastic, valuable, useful, resultsful day for you. Now, I will show a few slides about what Go Global World does for those who don't know what we do. Then I will present again our sharks, and we'll jump right into it. Okay, Go Global World, what do we do? This is the platform for investors to find their deal flow automatically from scouting to exit. And also it's a place for founders to connect with the right investors by their criteria. On the verified network on both sides, we verify public information and we interview every single member. So when you have peace of mind when you connect with the right audience by your criteria. And we make it very simple to take decisions fast, and we verify. And when we say that, we mean it because on investor page, we have very limited but very the key information that startups should know about an investor. And when they go on their page, they have this apply for funding button, and then the magic starts for investors because when they apply, we ask questions, and then the answers we compare against the criteria of an investor. So investors get most relevant deals exactly fit their criteria, and you guys decide what exactly criteria to put. Now, for startups as well, we have this simple one pager where all the data points were verified with many investors. And so investors can quickly understand what startup does. And in the middle of all of this is a 60-second video elevator pitch that in 60 seconds, you as a founder need to convince an investor why you worth their time or they will pass. So this is how we make sure that we don't waste time on irrelevant people. At the same time, those who are interested, so you guys connect. And when the connection happens on two sides, then it's a match, the chat gets activated and you can talk. And so when we say it's a powerful and we truly connect by criteria, so we mean it because we collect all the necessary information on both sides by stage, verticals, business model, focus geographies, and other things. And we learn your actions so the system becomes more intelligent with your decisions. And then you don't waste your time on those who are not relevant to you. So at the end of the day, we give you peace of mind and sometimes even silence from the investor perspective. So no one is spamming your inbox with irrelevant deals, with cold funding requests. We are processing these deals on your behalf and take initial decision whether someone is a fit or not a fit. And this is saving time for founders as well. Now, we're not only the matchmaking part, we also data platform. So we help you with some more information, what exactly happening in your profile and how it turns into a conversion to a relevant match. So we care not of amount of connect requests you would get, but we care how it leads you to a relevant connection. And so we learn from you, we give you data, and so the platform evolves together with you. Now, that's it. I will share the links about the Global World here in the chat. So I encourage everyone to register in the platform and start matching. But now we are starting our show, GGW Sharks 30-second. And this is the amazing panel of our investors. We have Rishi Sharma, Marwan Refaat, Angelica, Morrone, Brian Scholten, and Triet Nguyen. Some of these sharks have been before and some not. So I'm going to let the sharks to present themselves in a second. However, let's learn the rules. Now, to make this efficient and valuable for everyone, please keep yourself muted all the time, except for investors. If you interrupt someone, it may ruin someone's speech. It's not something you want to wish for someone else or yourself. So raise your hand to pitch if you want to pitch. It's a 2 minutes elevator pitch plus questions. And I will do a hard stop after every 2 minutes ends, but I will not limit investors. To be selected to pitch, you should have your first name and last name in Zoom and your company name. And your video should be on, so we need to make sure that it's a real founder and the name has to be there with the company name. Now, also, my team will be asking your revenue information. You can either post it in the chat or direct message to them here in the chat, like in a private message. So we will select those first who have sales, evidence of sales, and it has to be a scalable business model. Now, please respect your time. It's a 2 hours event maximum, and GGW platform members will pitch first. And those who didn't pitch last time also might have a priority today if they reached out to us by email last time. Now, it is also a networking event. Please share your connections in the chat. This is where you can connect with other investors who are not on the stage, but also in the chat. And this is a moment where you can support each other, help out each other. We are one network of those who are supporting together each other. Now, this is the email we have. If you have any questions or you wouldn't get a chance to pitch today, please reach out to my team at info@gogobo.world, and we'll make sure that you get the priority next time. Finally, to make it an efficient 2-minute elevator pitch, keep it as a story. Get to the point of what you do and why this is unique. And of course, impress your investors with your traction. And if you pitched before and you're pitching again, tell everyone what has significantly changed since you pitched last time. And don't forget to shout out in social media about us and tag GoGoBo World. Take screenshot of us and yourself and post it on LinkedIn or Twitter or wherever you want. And then it will give some publicity to us and support us. Support us on social media so we don't have to pay Google, Facebook for a simple announcement of what we do. So thank you, and let's start presenting our sharks. Angelica, Marwan, would you like to go first?
Absolutely. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, everybody. It's wonderful to be here again. I was lucky enough to be involved in the contest since almost the very beginning. It's wonderful to see the community growing. I am an angel investor based in Switzerland. I am mostly interested in impact startups. And what I do is I select seed and pre-seed, and very often I take on the lead investor role. What I like to hear from all of you guys is the passion behind your project, why you're doing what you're doing, and why you are the one who are going to solve an issue. Without an issue, there is no project. So I look forward to hearing from all of you. Connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll pass it on to my next panelist, whom I believe is Brian, correct?
Correct.
Yes, correct. Thank you, Angelica. Thank you, Daniel, for bringing me on. I work at VU Venture Partners, which is a global industry agnostic venture fund. We invest in pre-seed through Series B. Mostly look at enterprise, frontier technology, healthcare, consumer, prop tech, and fintech companies.
Thank you so much, Angelica and Brian. It's so exciting to have you on our show. And Rish, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. Second time I'm the panelist. I'm excited to be here again. So West Coast lead of Newlin Ventures. We're pre-seed seed fund focusing on future of food, IoT and deep tech, and consumer, primarily consumer goods.
Sounds fantastic. All right, great to have you again. And Triet, please go next.
Hey everyone, it's great to be back. So Triet, Senior Associate, Render Capital. We like to invest in pre-seed through Series A companies, industry agnostic, though right now we're avoiding hardware, anything that's heavily regulated like pharma, bioscience. We do have a geography focus, so we only invest in companies that are in the US, but they are also outside of New York, Boston, and the Bay.
Fantastic. And the final presenter is Marwan from Silicon Valley. Marwan, no pressure on you, but you opened the global session of GGW Sharks. Go for it.
Thank you for hosting me. My name is Marwan. I have built a few companies and seen a wide range of outcomes, a few failures, a few acqui-hires or middle outcomes, and one outcome that I was pretty happy with. During that time, I've been angel investing and now working on my first fund. The way it works is we allocate half of our capital to founders to invest into other founders, and the other half is reserved to concentrate into companies we're most excited by. And we only do pre-seed.
Sounds exciting. So many companies at pre-seed stage willing to find those who are investing in pre-seed. Well, we have a credible, amazing panel today. Now, guys, let's rock. Make sure that you prove these investors wrong if they disagree with you. If they say no to you, you have a chance to show them actually why you were and they were wrong. And now let's start the show. And the first presenter will be, let me see my records, is Dylan Sena from Iconsoft Thea. Dylan, are you ready?
Yep. Can you all hear me?
You got 2 minutes. Go for it.
Awesome. Mobile live service games suck. They're expensive to build, to maintain. They create these content droughts where you see basically every 2-3 months a new update with the same new characters and new levels. And it puts these players in this stale limbo state where they're just waiting for that next update. And it also treats all players the same. But in reality, not all two players are the same. So why apply a one-size-fits-all content strategy? The reason for this is creating quality content is expensive. And live servicing a game requires a lot of content. It requires characters, it requires quest items, all of these items. My studio has a mobile turn-based strategy game, a game that's currently in open beta. Our metrics are in the top quartile in the mobile RPG space. And this is a problem that we've seen firsthand. And so we built a AI generative platform to generate and personalize content to solve some of these problems. And we are deploying it to our first game. And that will be our secret sauce that we will then deploy to our additional games beyond that. We've previously raised $2 million and we're raising another 1.5 million in our current round. And this will get us a few things. It'll get us our game to launch. It'll get our live ops platform deployed to our game. It'll get our game to hit profitability, and then we'll start ideation on our second game. We're a team of founders and builders. We've hailing from big tech, from Amazon, from Microsoft, from VC-backed startups in the VR space, and AAA gaming studios such as Tencent, IGG, and NetEase. And we're taking all of that experience and applying that to our game and our AI platform. So Sharks, would love to answer any questions that you have.
Right on time. Thank you so much. And dear Sharks, your questions.
I only do pre-seed, so off the bat, I won't be useful here, and I'm out.
One Shark is out. What about the rest of the Sharks?
Yeah, I don't invest in gaming, so
yeah, I saw everyone's background. It didn't seem like too much gaming there, but we'd love to answer any questions that might be useful.
Yeah, I don't think it's a fit for us. Pretty close to the Bay.
Okay.
Thank you, Dylan. I think we're a pass as well.
All right. So all Sharks are out. Thank you so much, Dylan, for presenting. Share your information in the chat. We have more investors in the chat.
I'm going to go out depending on the cap that you're raising at. We can talk about that later.
Sure.
In my mind, pre-seed is a stage, but it's also a certain valuation. So maybe that's something we can learn more about later. But curious to know how much of your current revenue is coming from your studio model versus your product.
Yeah, so it's a studio model. It's sort of the AI platform will be our secret sauce. Game infrastructure is not a very big space. You see most game studios build their stuff in-house. At some point, it reaches some threshold where they're just going to build stuff in-house. And so having a B2B gaming infrastructure model doesn't have the same upside that a game studio does. So it's a studio content play.
All right. Thank you very much, Dylan. Great job, great presentation. Please share your details and your GGW profile below here in the chat. Now I'll be moving on, and the next presenter is Alex Farseev, Somin AI. Alex, you ready?
Yeah, always ready.
All right, 2 minutes. You can start.
22 billion are wasted every single year on inefficient digital ads. Imagine you have invested in a startup, then half of your money has been thrown in the trash. Hi, my name is Alex Farsif. I'm a CEO and co-founder of Somin.ai, the platform that makes your ads 40% more cost efficient and 40% less of the time. P&G, Mazikir, Audi, Wavemaker, WPP, Havas, what unites all these companies? They're all running millions of dollars of digital ads by using Somin.ai platform, but also to monitor their competitive landscape. But how do they do it? In the first thing, they collect the data from the brand and also from the competitor followers and the content that they advertise. There's a millions of data points get distilled by our in-house AI and generative models into actionable targeting groups that are then run and optimized over hundreds of different ad options every 30 minutes, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just all the time with one click of the button. They're also monitoring their competition, and our platform predicts whether the ad or whether their competitor ads would work even before they run it. This is how we monetize the millions of dollars of data that we own through their products that we collect in the last years. We are at 50 grand MRR, growing more than twice a year. Revenue-wise safe at 15 mil cap, 20% discount, and have a lead, feel free to join. Thank you.
On time, like exactly right on time. Perfect, Alex. Thank you. Dear Sharks, your questions. There is a lead investor in here. Who wants to go first?
Oh, we are not pre-seed, so.
Yeah, too late for me. So
Okay.
I'll have to, yeah.
Too late.
Alex, thank you for your presentation. Can you let me know how you go about acquiring customers?
We get an automated funnel that's called email out. One of our investors joining now is BD Ventures, actually, right? Those, so they fit very nicely into this, but we got an automated funnel. So we've got emails that folks are retargeted via my profile on LinkedIn. That's also automatic process. Once they click anything, they get remarketed on Facebook, LinkedIn, and everywhere. And we got a cadences. Then we get qualification calls, then we get a full-fledged sales calls after that. And also we have another process, like about 40% of deals closed through traditional enterprise sales, networking, and introductions. We also have partner networks that get revenue share by introducing clients to us. So it's multifold, and it all moves towards fully automated process. That's how we prepare to properly enter America's markets that we are really busy with now.
Thank you.
Okay, so 2 sharks are out. What about the rest of the sharks? Angelica probably out as well, probably not a fit to you. All right, so what about Rishi and Triet?
Yeah, I'm out. We don't invest in more tech. So.
Yeah, I think I saw you guys are in Singapore. So it doesn't fit our thesis.
Geography. All right, thank you so much, Alex. Appreciate that. Share your information here in the chat, and we have more investors here in the chat. Thank you, and share your GGW profile, please. Congrats with your presentation. Great job. The next presenter is Rudis, Daniel Rudis. Daniel, are you ready? Please turn on your microphone. Daniel Rudis.
Hi, everyone. Good to be on the list. Wasn't counting on it, but good to be here again. We've already pitched 2 months ago. And so the problem that we solve is one that emanated from our very own experience in wealth management, seeing increasing customization in investment solutions and client portfolios, something that was supposed to create proximity between platforms and clients, now actually is creating more distance than anything else. So because there's so many bespoke and customized investment strategies for clients, no one hardly can explain to end clients what's happening in these portfolios, why they are positioned the way they are, what the market backdrop is for each of these investment solutions. we've built a platform that can literally load millions of portfolios. I'm not saying that we have that already, but the capability is there. Any number of portfolios, dissect them, slice and dice them, and tell the story. What's in those portfolios, what moved the needle on the performance side, on a number of dimensions. How they perform, how they're exposed to which types of markets. Pure SaaS, plug and play. We're a startup in Switzerland looking for a seed round of 1 million now, which will allow us to materialize on our pipeline, which is very strong. Next 2 years, we're looking to add really some of the top-notch asset managers and wealth managers out there. And for that, we're looking for a 1 million seed round.
Sounds exciting. Dear Sharks, do you have any questions to Daniel? Dear Sharks?
Daniel, what would you see as your competitive advantage?
We compete versus humans currently. I mean, being faster, cheaper, and ultimately generating reach for wealth managers. So let's say an investment writer team can currently produce 100 portfolio write-ups in the first 2 weeks of the month. We can do that in the first 2 days of the month for 100 times the amount of portfolios, and will help them save 80% of the cost. Competition, of course, there's a lot of downstream applications of ChatGPT. We're none of them, actually. I mean, we've built our technology based on proprietary models for a large part. So I think we're looking at a wide field, and we're early. And we have the unfair advantage of actually having been in the field, having done these analyses and write-ups, and been in discussions with banking clients. So I think there's quite a moat that we have around our business.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on distribution? Do you have a strategy in mind there?
B2B, we're really generating traction in the home market, which is broader, let's say Switzerland, Europe, and UK is around the corner from our perspective. But there's no reason why this product wouldn't take off in APAC and Americas. And the plans are that we will go after these markets as traction increases in some of the markets near to our home. The product definitely works across jurisdictions and languages. So, quite excited about the potential globally.
Perfect.
And who's your ideal customer profile look like? Small family offices, or like give me the size of the folks that you're trying to service.
Small family offices wouldn't really make that much sense because they may have a handful of solutions. More likely mid-sized private banks, wealth managers, or fund platforms that have, let's say, 100 plus portfolios, ideally 10,000 of portfolios. That makes it even more worthwhile. But in the end, look, we have a minimum fee that we start with, and in the end, it can work for 50 portfolios, but the economics become much more interesting and attractive, near to 100 and 500 portfolios, maybe.
Okay, so the final question is, who of the Sharks here would like to connect with Daniel? Are there any Sharks in? Okay, thank you so much, Daniel. If any of the Sharks would be interested to connect, we'll let you know. And please share your information and your GGW profile here in the chat. We have more investors in there. And we're moving on. And the next presenter is, let me see my records. And the next one is Ari Bushati, Omnis Dantis. Ari?
Yes, hi. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, you got 2 minutes. Please go for it.
All right. Hey, Sharks. My name is Ari Bushati. I am the founder of Omnidantis. Omnidantis is a marketplace that was built with one thing in mind: to democratize access to commercial real estate financing in the United States, and primarily in the secondary and tertiary markets of the United States, where we see about 500 billion in transaction volume, and yet there's not one platform that really makes it easier and faster for these new investors to get loans for their real estate investments. With Omnidontis, real estate investors will be able to get quotes in minutes and close within days on platform. And they'll be able to expand their investment portfolio faster and quicker in their markets. We are targeting, again, the secondary and tertiary markets in the United States because they seem to be underrepresented and passed on by most platforms out there. And right now we are on a pre-revenue, and we're raising a pre-seed of $500,000 at a $5 million valuation. We plan to use the money to bring the loan underwriting and closure on platform, and we'll use the rest of the money for marketing and expansion. The platform will be monetized through platform fees for the lenders and transaction fee for borrowers for each loan successfully completed on platform. That is all I have. Thank you for your time and happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you so much, Ari. And dear Sharks, your questions, please.
What's your thinking behind using venture capital to service the loans over raising VC for product and then using a traditional loan vehicle or loan facility for the mortgages themselves?
That's a good question. We thought about it, but that kind of creates a risk. You know, we would be taking on a bigger risk than versus being a marketplace where investors can comparison shop the different loans out there. So we'd have to like really look at how big of a risk we want to take versus having a fee structure for both lenders and borrowers. Maybe, you know, down the road, that's something to look into, but we've also looked at other platforms that are already out there that are doing something similar, where they're taking VC money to invest or to actually loan those funds. And right now, with the way the market is, there's a credit crunch for a lot of them, and a lot of them are not doing so well financially. Whereas this kind of creates a little shield for us, a little moat where, you know, we can weather a storm, even like on times like this, where, you know, the markets are not great, but we still have transactions happening on platform.
Got it. So to be clear, venture money is not being used as capital to lend out, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Got it.
Any more questions to Ari? Okay. Any of the Sharks interested to connect? All right. So interesting.
Yeah. Could you send me a deck and then we can go from there?
Sure thing.
So one Shark is interested. All right. So we now finally have one Shark who's interested to connect you
Right. after
the event, so you can exchange your each deck. So thank you so much, Ari. Congratulations. There is one match. And we're moving on. And the next presenter is Nikolai from Kartami. Nikolai, are you there?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Nikolai. I'm representing Kartami. Let me describe common challenge most of us face daily. We all use different bank cards for our daily purchases in supermarkets, different shops, and etc. But cards only identify us as payers to the bank, not to the retailer. To get rewards from loyalty programs, we need additional cards we use in our ways to identify ourselves to get bonuses. This disconnect affects not only you and me as customers, but also retailers, banks, and international payment systems. All are missing opportunities to benefit from improved customer experience. We have created Kartami mobile application where the user registers and receives his special code named Kartami ID. Next, we integrate this ID and user data into retail loyalty programs and a bank card at the same time. This elevates his bank card into a universal loyalty card. We do not change the loyalty programs of retailers, but we give the Kartami users access to them using his Kartami ID, which is the same for all retailers. We call it the digital customer passport. Everyone benefits. In this case, users get access to multiple loyalty programs by signing up once and using one ID, instead of many. Banks get increased sales of their retail card products, and retailers get up-to-date customer data and a special environment to communicate with the customers and potential customers. As a recognition, we have been named Visa Brand of the Year, and now we take part in IBM and Riyadh Bank accelerators. We receive revenue from Visa as for monetization from Visa, from the banks, and for in-app advertising with the payments from retailers. We already have onboarded top 30 largest retailers in 3 countries, attracted over 200,000 users, and generated more $100,000 in revenue.
Last time, please wrap it up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
please wrap it up. Final words.
Final words. Now we are looking for investments to develop in new markets such as MENA region in North America, because we see the demand here.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, Sharks, your questions.
I have a question for Nikolai.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go Brian. Don't worry. I'll go right after. No sweat.
Could you dive a little deeper into your revenue model and how you're getting paid, Nikolai?
Again, please, I have a very
Can you repeat,
not good to
Brian?
hear you. Yeah, quite. Can you repeat question, please?
Sorry. Could you dive a little deeper into your revenue model and how you're getting paid?
Yeah. The main payments we receive from Visa as a payment system, because we make transactions using the cards with Visa. We receive payments from the bank for transactions and for issuance of the cards. About 30% of the customers of mobile applications would like to order a bank card, a physical card with the Card.me ID, and use it in the different shops. In-app advertising takes a small percentage now, but we are working on developing this percentage. It takes about 5 to 7% for app advertising, and from retailers we take about 30%.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Nikolai, my question was a little bit more on the future of this kind of apps, which I think are potentially very interesting, but more and more people are paying with their phone. Do you have any way to integrate that instead of only on the card, also with other payment methods?
Of course, now we are working with different partners to integrate Card.me ID in some Apple wallets, in different wallet and NFC programs, and the customer can also download a digital card which is co-branded with Card.me in-app, and use the Card.me ID and pay
Can you
this
speak to
card.
your go-to-market strategy and how you're focusing on acquiring merchants to join the program, and then also customers?
Sorry, who is speaking? That's only panel speaking right now. Please don't interrupt. Who is this? Please continue, Nikolai.
Okay, Angelica, has I answered your question?
Yes, you have. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any more questions from the Sharks? All right. Anyone interested to connect with Nikolai?
I'll just ask one last question.
Connect with Nikolai.
Congratulations. There is one Shark in. Okay. Marwan, you have a question?
When you say you're making revenue on the card transactions, I'm presuming that's interchange revenue on swipes. Is that accurate?
Swipes, you mean each transactions, right?
Correct. Is it?
Yes.
Is it
Yes.
So it's like the approximately 1.8% that MasterCard or Visa like take, and then
Visa is a general partner of us. That's why we work mostly in the countries of our present with Visa, and Visa pays us.
Oh, correct, got it. But it's from that like 1.8%, correct?
Yeah.
Got it. And then when you say 30% of merchant revenue, what do you mean by that?
Retailers, merchants pays us for the customer data because we share with them data of the customers which we did not have yet, or we help them to identify the customers which was no name in the past. For example, we have different different customers and cars, but the name is not the real names. For example, you don't want to share your own personal name to the retailer, and maybe you can change different personal information. We help to identify the customer and share with the retailer this information to help him to make marketing programs and marketing strategies. And retailers pays us for this information.
And that data is to retailers as valuable as 30% of their revenue?
I mean, 30% is in 30% part from the all revenue. Yes, because it's a good amount of customers we bring to the merchants. For example, the retailers in our app takes the same amount of the market, the percentage, as they have in the real offline market. And for example, one shop takes 5% of the market, but the other one take 95%. And our app helps to bring 95% to your market.
All right. Should we connect you with Nikolai so you can continue discussing in greater detail? Are you in or out? Okay, so 2 sharks in. Congratulations. Any other sharks would like to connect with Nikolai? All right, so congratulations. So you probably got the most number of sharks today by this moment. We're moving on, Nikolai. Thank you so much for your presentation. And the next presenter is Farid. Farid, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you got 2 minutes. Go for it.
All right. Hello, sharks. I'm going to present you a posture correcting variable. My name is Farid. I am a 3 times already exited founder with multi-million-dollar from my country in Azerbaijan, with a fintech company and various other companies. Now I'm investing startups and also being hands-on involved with them. And one of them is this project. This is basically comes from my mom constantly telling me to sit up straight. So it's an app that you download on both iOS and Android app. Then after you give it to somebody else who takes your picture from front, side, and the back, the app identifies your posture problem. It can be rounded shoulder, it can be sclerosis, it can be slouching and all that kind of stuff. Then it goes and gives you a custom workouts that you should do, like a plank or wall-related activities, whatever, to fix your posture. But it also comes with a variable like this, which has 2 sensors here and 1 sensor and a vibrator and a battery here, which you put it under your clothes and there's adhesive that you use it. So basically, when you're in a wrong posture, it vibrates and tells you to correct your posture. It is a huge problem in the United States and worldwide as well. We're going to go to market. We already tested the market. We did Indiegogo campaign. It costs us $8 to sell one of it. So we know how much it is. We have tested clinically as well. Over 200, 300 patients have used it and have seen significant improvement in their posture. And it's designed by chiropractors and physiotherapists, as well as the way we want to sell it is, of course, people can buy it from our website. We also want to sell it in a corporate level, like with their corporate, let's say Google buys 10,000 of it and gives it to its own developers and so on, especially the ones who are behind the computer constantly. It's a very good product to wear for the kids who are behind the phone all the time. They develop text neck, which is something like a camel here. That's all of us are started to develop since the smartphones came out. Our revenues are expected to reach 15 million in 5 years if we sell 100,000 of it in a year. We're currently raising 1 million with 6 million valuation. It has been, we know how much it costs us to sell it. We know everybody needs it. And then one of the ways we want to sell is through affiliate program with chiropractors as well as physiotherapists. The product is around $150. It has also monthly subscription. It's called wear and share model. So one family member can buy it, and then you can actually share it with other family members as well. So yeah, that's all. That's all.
Thank you so much for it. Dear Sharks, do you have questions? I actually started keeping my back straight right after this talk. So what's
That's happy to hear about
it. Yeah. Any questions? Angelica, we're gonna start. Okay, Brian.
Yes, Farid, I thank you. It was a good presentation. I like when you said that all of the kids are developing camelbacks, which is absolutely true.
Sure.
Do you have any feedback from the customers? Do they want to wear another device? Is there any resistance to having something on your body that might vibrate and emit electric signals?
Well, there's no electric signal. There's only vibration, I mean, it's very discreet. It's very light. It doesn't really do anything uncomfortable to you, and it's only 20-25 days, because as soon as you create a conscious habit of being correct posture and also develop your muscles correct. Let's say if you're having rounded shoulders, what you need to do is you need to stretch those muscles and strengthen your back muscles. So the back muscle pulls you back, and the front muscles let that back muscle go. Or let's say you're slouching too often, it means that your lower back muscles are bad. So when you do the workouts as well as wear this thing, around 20-25 days, you should be able to do it that you don't need it anymore. And it's not like something watch that you constantly have it or so on. It's like some sort of a limited amount of time that you fix yourself, and then you can give you another family member or friend, and they can all use it and get better. And you can see your statistics, how you're improving. Let's say in the start you had 200 slouches per day, and now you're doing 150, then 100, because all this is being tracked by the wearable.
Okay, thank you. This is your first round, by the way, yeah?
No, we already raised pre-seed $500,000, developed the product, went to Indiegogo. We know market fit. We know, as you said, feedback from the customers. We have some clinical trials. We know that it actually works. All that has been done. This is our seed round, $1 million to go to mass production and mass sales. We're expecting to sell 2,000 in 2024, and then we have exponential growth and reach 100,000 per year. And it's very doable, because if you look at how many braces are being purchased on Amazon and so on, like the mechanical thing that pulls you, which is really bad for your muscle, like they're selling like 400,000 or 500,000 per year, like those things. But they're cheap, of course. They're like $15 to $25. So we're expecting 100,000 to reach 100,000 sales per year in 5 years.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
How much are you charging for the subscription of the app?
$6 per month.
Okay. And is there any of the Sharks interested to connect with Farid today? Any more questions?
I'd like to hear more about him. So if you can connect me, then I'll take it from there. Thank you, Daniel.
Sounds fantastic. You got it. One Shark is in. What about the rest of the Sharks? Okay, so no more Sharks interested to connect. Thank you so much for it. Great job. One Shark is in. They will connect you today or tomorrow. And we are moving on. And the next presenter is, let me see, Yaroslav from 11th Estate. Yaroslav, you there? Ready to talk?
Hi. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. You got 2 minutes. Go for it.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'm presenting 11th Estate, and we built a tool for shareholders to collect securities class action settlements. And we are doing that because actually 75% of investors do not collect settlements entitled to them because probably everyone heard about the Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal. But did you know that actually Facebook paid $100 million to the shareholders as a compensation? And there are hundreds of cases like this each year. So we're growing 50% every month. In October, we served 85,000 settlements. We are taking 20% cut from it. Our traction is 100% organic. So we just post about it on social media. We're doing stock tweets. We're doing Twitter, and our main channel is Reddit. Yeah, and we're looking for a seed round.
All right, that's fast. Dear Sharks, do you have any questions? Well, I'll put everyone back to the room.
Regarding your business model, you're taking a 20% cut of the total payout. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
But for people, it's basically free money because many of them were not even aware that they should receive some kind of compensation. We allow them to connect portfolio, and we will let them know about every payment that should be entitled to them.
Okay.
Is there a product that you're building or perhaps a tool for seeing incoming class action cases and reaching out to the people who have been affected by that?
Do you mean from the investor's perspective? Yeah, you can connect the portfolio, and we will notify you of every relevant securities class action case.
Got it. And have you raised so far?
Sorry, could you repeat, please?
Have you raised any money so far?
No, we are bootstrapped so far.
Cool. I'd like to chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Once Shark is in, okay, that's a great start. What about the rest of them? Rish, Triet, any interest? Okay. All right.
Let's load you off thesis for us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Yaroslav. We will connect you with Marwan. And yeah, moving on. Congrats. And the next presenter is, so we are so efficient today. Like, I'm surprised. We already had like 8 people presenting. Now the 9th person is Terry Volozin. Terry, are you here? Ready?
I am. Can you hear me?
Let's do it. It's 2 minutes. Go for it.
Thank you so much. Imagine a mountaineer trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. I mean, it sounds absurd, right? And yet countless companies are giving up on remote work simply because the collaboration tools they've been using are the corporate equivalent of flip-flops. Companies are sliding backward into the history of work by returning workers back to the office. Even Zoom, a leader in remote communications, are recalling their own workforce back. Leeward Digital Workplace helps organizations to evolve to the future of work by addressing the collaboration, productivity, and team cohesion requirements of organizations who are working remotely and hybrid. We've designed over 100 pre-built virtual business environments and services, whiteboards, offices, classrooms, showrooms, auditoriums, filled with tools like file and camera and screen sharing. We're announcing AI features, including digital assistance and real-time audio translation between 30 different languages. So imagine a remote team accomplishing in just 45 minutes what once took a week. That's not hypothetical. That's feedback from our customers who've experienced firsthand our virtual environments. Our solution is accessible from any browser without any additional downloads, and VR headsets are optional. It's a B2B SaaS model billed monthly. Just over a month since launch, we're already servicing clients and making waves. Let's talk numbers. We're entering a market with an $810 billion SOM, having already built a sizable pipeline. We've signed up resellers in Florida and Toronto and have laid the foundation for global sales by partnering with a merchant of record. Today, we're opening our doors to visionaries like you. We're raising our first funding with $1 million safe round to help us close on that sizable pipeline and do additional engineering. Our long-term vision is simple. With AR headsets announced by Apple, Meta, and others, our ambition is to evolve Leeward to be the go-to content delivery platform for business VR and AR. In essence, we're offering more than just another collaboration tool. We're shaping the future of work.
Wow, that's so convincing. Such a great presentation. Thank you, Terry. Dear Sharks, it's the floor is yours.
They're still recovering from the shock, right?
So pretty much it's a VR kind of thing, not a web application, kind of like Miro.
Other way around, we are a web application. In fact, we're one of the only SaaS versions of a digital workplace that's not based on a game engine per se. So there's nothing to download. I can use my cell phone as a client. I can use my laptop, notebook, Linux, Mac, Windows. It doesn't matter. We're available on all those platforms because it's basically the browser that's we're predicated upon.
So Terry, can you tell me who is your competitor? Somebody like Notion, your competitor, for example?
Closer to Verbella and Meta, really, if you wanted to look at it that way. But in both cases, they're based on game engines. So, we're taking it that step further by making sure it's deliverable as a SaaS on all those platforms. Anyone else you look at, they are going to say, we need a VR headset, or we need to be running on this version of Windows because you're going to be downloading effectively a video game and then running it that way. You could be in one of our rooms today. You could have one office scene and literally at the click of a button be in a completely different office environment without having to download anything. I mean, that's the whole beautiful part about this thing. It's delivered as SaaS versus any other platform right now. You would have to basically wait another hour as you download a gigabyte of data to upload another room to your machine, right? Along with everyone, all the other participants in your room as well. So
your added value is that instead of having all the different tools from Slack to ClickUp to all the others, I would have one thing that puts together both my team and myself in touch using the same files. So you're replacing Google Drive, Slack, ClickUp, and all of those.
Yeah, you've got it absolutely right. You can walk into one of our offices right now. I actually have a deal room as a real room. You could walk into it and you can literally just right mouse click on a frequently asked questions or our pitch deck or whatnot. And it's now in a browser tab you can download. So you're exactly right. You don't need any of those additional tools. Having said that, though, we are integrating in with them because our built-in chat, for example, is ephemeral. Once you leave, the chat's gone. So we're integrating with Slack and Discord and others if you wanted to have a persistent version of your chat, as an example.
Great. Thank you, Terry. I think I'd like to hear a little bit more about your tool.
Excellent. Thank you. Look forward to it.
One shark.
Yeah, I was not interested until you said a deal room is a real virtual room, and I'd like to, at the very least, experience that and see if that changes my mind.
I look forward to it. Absolutely.
New sharks are in. What about the rest of the sharks?
Like to connect, Terry, please.
3 sharks are in. Congratulations.
Brian.
You're getting closer to jackpot. I'm getting caught in the room.
Angela, Marwan, Brian, excellent.
Rishi and Triet, what do you guys say?
I think it's outside thesis for me.
Yeah, Fair. Thank
Fair.
you for considering it, though. So everyone else, definitely, I look forward to connecting with you and actually giving you a tour of some of our workspaces.
Fantastic. So thank you so much, Terry. We will connect you with Brian, Marwan, and Angelica after the event today or tomorrow. So you'll get a personal introduction as we do with everyone who's connected. So
thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you so much for great presentation. And you too. The next presenter is Dilip Mahapatra. Sorry for pronouncing.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, everyone. My name is Dilip Mahapatra from Cognitive View. So companies globally pay billions of dollars in fine every year because of compliance failure. And what we have seen is like someone who is mentally challenged has been sold a financial product over a cold call. Bad financial advice being given to customers who are vulnerable and they lost their life savings. So what we have done is we built an AI-based compliance monitoring solution that looks into each and every customer conversation, whether it's a voice, chat, email interactions, where we have the core IP that we have built is by learning a lot of the FINRA, SEC, CFPB, all these regulatory requirements, it can actually listen to all of that and automate the compliance. Means if I'm a risk and compliance officer, I would have real-time incident and breach report. It's a $27 billion market because a lot of the broker dealers, legal services, law firms, they don't have a senior compliance expert to actually do this for them. So we completely automate this real time. We also have launched 2 co-pilots for customer complaint and compliance. It actually works as an assistant to reduce 70% of the workload on a day-to-day basis. So we have already 100K ARR right now, and we are have a pipeline of $1.2 million. So we mostly target regulated industries globally, and we have raised 300K for our pre-seed round, and we are planning to raise $1 million right now. So happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Right on time. Actually, 1 minute and a half. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, Sharks, your questions.
Do you mind walking me through both the sales cycle and the sales process? Because it sounds like you're trying to sell to a compliance officer or a compliance team at an organization who are probably the most skeptical folks in the world. That's part of their job.
Yeah, I think we just like any security, we kind of use the fear factor of the compliance breach. So what we have done is we have taken CFPB, which is like the ombudsman body in US. So where we have a lot of strong insight about what kind of customer complaints or breaches happening for their own firm. So when we reach out to them, we actually share this kind of reports to them to say, hey, these are the type of things that customers are complaining. These are the process gaps that you have or compliance breach that's happening. And that's where they get interested and we come in and to fix those problems, basically.
Are you selling to the C-suite or the compliance department? Because it seems
So we are selling to Chief Operating Officer, Chief Compliance Officer, and Chief Customer Complaints Officers.
How much are you charging?
Brian, you had a question, and then Rishi.
Sorry, I was just wondering regarding the business model, how much the product is.
Sorry, what's the question? I didn't get.
How much are you charging for the product?
All right. Okay. So we charge on a per user basis. So right now we are into 20 different marketplaces like Genesis, AWS, IBM, all these major marketplaces. So we charge, if you have 20 people actually engaging with customers, so for each user, we will charge 4,000 per year. And if it's a large bank, we would charge based on the number of hours they're having. For example, they have 20,000 hours per month. We'll be charging based on the usage.
Thank you.
And what's your accuracy rate for the AI that you're leveraging in all of these compliance efforts? Obviously, it's highly accurate, sensitive. So, what's the accuracy rate of a lot of the AI documentation that you're automating?
Yeah, it varies between 85 to 95%. What we do is we basically have built in human in the loop capability where the compliance officer and the AI kind of work together in a hybrid model. That's for our discriminative AI. For generative AI, we are still looking at around 70 to 90% accuracy. It's still something work in progress.
What license or certification do you need to have?
We don't need any license as such from FINRA, SEC to do this job, but to integrate with reporting, real-time reporting to FINRA, we do need some access to their API, so which is something we already have.
I love to connect and learn more.
All right, so one shark is in. Congrats.
Yeah, I'd love to get a connection.
Two sharks. Awesome. Thank you. What about Brian, Angelica, and Marwan? Any interest on your side?
I'm out on this one, but it sounds like an interesting tool.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dilip. Appreciate the conversation. We will connect you with Rishi and Triet today tomorrow. And the next person to present is, let me see, it would be Anderson Pereira. But before Anderson starts, I would just like to say we already in the middle of the session, and thank you for everyone's time here. Like, so awesome, so much energy, it's so efficient. You, the Sharks, you're doing great. Thank you for your feedback. Let's move on. Let's make this a second hour is even better. And the next person to present is Anderson Pereira. Anderson, you ready here?
Yes, I am. Can I?
Go for it.
Okay, let's go. Let's go with the energy. Hi, Sharks. I'm Anderson. Hi, everyone. Good to be here today. I am Anderson. I've been in the banking industry over the last 10 years. I've been the opportunity to work with the fintech ventures, both as a fintech entrepreneur with an exit in my career, but also as a head of innovation of a large corporation. And I'm here to talk about Capital, which is the most exciting project that I have ever worked with. I had the possibility to develop Capital during my MBA at MIT, and I just recently graduated, and we decided to jump and develop the project after that. So Capital is a lending platform for SMEs, and we develop a technology that helps, they offer credit card receivables as a collateral to financial operations. So there are 21 million businesses in Brazil, and they all suffer the same problem. If they sell something through credit card, from the moment you sell something, takes up 30 days from the moment you receive. This is a standard in the market. And only banks were allowed to do this kind of a POS financing for them. Until just a couple months ago. The regulation has changed, and now fintechs can open and working in this market. And that's exactly what Capital is doing. Capital developed a platform. Soon we're going to release our app. And this platform, the merchants can register and can cash their receivables with us. We're going to offer a different kinds of financing, but we're just starting with POS finance. We're just starting with factoring. And we just started last week with our first paid customers. We did $5,000 in finance operations for them. And this week, we increased to $35,000 of operation. I'm here to answer further questions.
Thank you so much. Dear Sharks, what's your questions? Anyone wants to start first?
How much have you raised?
I have raised $600,000.
Got it. And what does the platform look like, or what's the experience like for SMBs?
He registered in a platform. He gave us our consents, and we develop a software that connects with the POS the merchant has. So when we connect with the POS, the cashier, we can understand what are the future revenues is. So we know everything he sells through MasterCard or through Visa, and we can offer finance based on that.
Got it. I'm not personally in because I only do pre-seed, but there are two people I spoke to recently who are really interested in this space. So I'd love to put you in touch with them.
And this is another way how we connect Sharks with our people. So yeah, this is the way they can connect with someone else if they're not a fit to you. Thank you. There is one Shark who's interested to connect, so we'll connect you with it. Who's next? Anyone else?
Is there any particular beachhead market in the SMEs that you're going after?
Sorry, is there a particular niche?
Well, yeah, like a beachhead. Obviously, SMEs are made up of many different types of merchants.
Yes.
Is there particular types of merchants that you're going after initially?
We're in this stage, Rich. We're definitely in this discovery. We have, for example, our less profitable customer is a solar panel producer, and he sells those solar panels through a credit card, and we're charging him 12% a year. But our most profitable customer is a restaurant, and we're charging him 45% a year. So we're still defining and learning what are the niches that will have more product market fit with the product. We're in this stage.
Yeah, I'd like to get an introduction and talk further.
Congrats. So two Sharks saying. Anyone else would like to connect with Anderson? Any questions? Perfect. Three Sharks, Brian, Rishi, and Marwan. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So Triet and Angelica is probably out. Thank you so much. And
thank you.
Moving on to the next presenter. Thank you, Anderson. The next presenter is, let me see, Pedro Margado. Pedro, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, go for it. You got 2 minutes. You may start.
Hey guys, hey Sharks. I'm Pedro. I'm the founder of Fully Ops. And how much time have you waited for repair services to come in your home? A lot, right? That's normally how that works. That's because like 93% of the service providers are not efficient, and they spend like a lot of like time building like or performing the data entries, or even like building like sales proposal, or even like not having like the data synchronized from their systems, right? So they work in overloaded environments that had like an impact of 5.5 billion just in the European Union. So our platform, it's a B2B SaaS platform that centralizes in real time the working orders with the livestocks, and also allows service providers to generate sales proposals like in a pre-configured catalog and reports. So all data synchronized with their external systems, and also with their operations on repair, maintenance, and sales. So we have like a web and tablet platform that's both teams on the back office and in the field, they can communicate through that. The global repair and maintenance service providers employs around like 80 million people globally, which means like a market opportunity, $25 billion, just like in European Union. And this is expected like to double until 2031. So since March, we acquired like 5 customers in the industrial machinery segment and 3 sales partners that allow us like to penetrate into the market much easily through their existing business relationships. Of course, we give like a channel partner fee, but allow us like to penetrate very rapidly. We also have like a public API or a public API.
Pedro, you passed time. Please wrap this up.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so nothing more. Okay.
All right, thank you. Dear Sharks, do you have any questions?
You can repeat the market size.
Sorry.
If you could just repeat the market size, please.
Yeah, it's $25 billion.
Yeah, I think
just on European Union, not just on European Union, not like global.
Okay, so just European Union.
Pedro, I like your project. I have to be honest with you. You need to work on your pitch a little bit because you've spoken for a long time and I still have a lot of questions. So I know 2 minutes is not a long time, but in 2 minutes, you should be able to tell us what you're doing. So there are a lot of resources that you can use to get to a pitch that works. If once you do that, send it to me, please, because I think that I would like to know a little bit more about it. But it's very important that I get a clear, concise, and ready to go pitch before I hear from you again. All right?
All right. Thank you so much.
Sounds
my pleasure.
Angelica, does it mean that we can connect you or it's...
Yes, please connect me and we'll make sure that I get the information before we have a session together. I'm happy to try and help you in whichever way I can.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Angelica.
Thank you. Brian, you have a question? No? Okay. Anyone else have a question? Anyone interested to connect except for Angelica? All right. Thank you so much, Pedro. Fantastic. Great job. One Shark is in and we'll connect to it today or tomorrow. We're moving on. The next presenter is Luke Erickson. Luke, are you ready? Oh, sorry, Alexander Golovati.
Yeah, it's me. Hi. Got me excited there for a second. I'll wait.
Yeah, please, Alexander.
Hey everyone, my name is Alex. I am the founder and CEO of Videoclip, a self-guided audio tool powered by AI. Every day, millions of travelers spend a lot of money on guided tours and fall into a small hell. Guide rushes a group of tourists lost in a huge group. They don't hear or see guides and lose time in long flights to attraction. Videoclip allows travel by its own rules, providing instantly available self-guided tours. We help 90,000 plus travelers explore 250 cities with $1.6 million GMV. We have 30 in-house experts and top advisors who have already built unicorn companies. Traveling is our lifestyle, and we know what the best self-travel app should be. Looking to raise a seed round to 5x scales and increase revenue margins from 55% to 75%. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, dear Sharks. Do you have questions to Alex? Marwan would like to start. Do you have any questions? No? Anyone? So it's the moment of silence. Probably no questions at all.
Yeah, so once again, I'm sorry to be repeating the same things, but I just would like everybody to understand our position. In 2 minutes, you're trying to convince us to speak with you again. So you need, even if English is not your first language, and I understand that it can be a difficulty, but please ensure that you have your pitch clear enough and delivered in a transparent and engaging way so that we can say yes. Alexander, I think you should work on that and maybe come back and pitch to us again in a couple of months.
Okay, thank you for advice. I will do it.
And this is what I love about our sharks. They are honest and straightforward, so they're not going around. They say what exactly you need to fix. When you fix it, come back and we will listen to you again. But appreciate it. And share your information in the chat. We definitely want to know more about your project. And yes, pitching is hard. I know from myself. Luke, you ready?
Yep. Can you guys hear and see me okay?
Yeah, you got 2 minutes. Go for it.
Awesome. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Luke Erickson. I'm the founder CEO of OneTap Incorporated. We are a prosumer SaaS company looking to revolutionize business management for back-end business operators and creative industries. And I'll just have you picture this. In today's digital age, creators from YouTubers to TikTok stars are revolutionizing the entertainment landscape and building multi-million-dollar enterprises in the process. Problem being, I've met these people and they don't know what LLCs are. They're using TurboTax, or they haven't paid their taxes in 3 years. Point being, their core competency is not in entrepreneurship or business management. And to pile onto that, the pillars of the industry are all centered around increasing revenue, being their managers, agencies, and the monetization platforms that they use. So we've built a platform that can partner with the managers, agencies, monetization platforms to solve the financial literacy crisis through corporate structuring, tax optimization, and compliance management. We've already made a few waves in the industry. We generated $500K in waitlist revenue, and we've made some key partnerships with TikTok, Carrot Financial, Passes, and Fanfix, which are all big names in the space. We're currently raising $1.5 million in pre-seed, and we are about halfway through in commitment so far. So brief little elevator pitch, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Perfect. Nice pitch, right on time.
Thank you.
Great pitch. I'd like to know how large this market opportunity is, your estimation.
Yeah, so the I guess like serviceable available market is just under $1 billion. If we want to look at this long term, if we're able to service creators that are making less than, let's say, $100,000, then it becomes $1 billion opportunity. But I'd say this is right under $1 billion opportunity.
Okay, thank you. And can you go over your revenue model a little bit, please?
Yes, so we have two different revenue models. One is directly like B2B, where essentially we're working with those managers and agencies. They want to use our platform and have it be, let's say, Fanfix, business management powered by OneTap, right? Where they're white labeling it essentially. Or we have B2B2C, where we work, let's say, an agency, they sell our product to their consumers, and then we have, a revenue share opportunity in there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Any other sharks interested to connect?
Yeah, this is a space I'm super interested in. Split time between SF and LA, and can definitely resonate with the lack of business management on the entertainment front. So definitely interested in learning more.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'm based in LA, so if you ever want coffee or anything like that, would be happy to.
Awesome.
One question regarding your integration with Carrot. I'm familiar with their creator tool spend product, essentially. Can you tell us about how that works and what that integration exactly is?
Yeah, exactly. They're actually, when I started this, I thought they'd be a main competitor, them along with Creative Juice, which are now both key partnerships of ours. Their integration is essentially they have their white glove tax solution that they use for their, I'll just say like 0.1% of creators making that millions of dollars. And they essentially refer the people that are under that threshold to us for any sort of like tax services. So that's more of a referral partnership that we have with them. Yeah.
Do you see this going beyond just working with the creator economy?
Absolutely. I think when I started this out, I was very much focused solely on this space. But the more that I've kind of learned and been a business owner myself, I've seen there are multiple communities that are lacking in financial literacy, as ethereal as a term as that is. It's certainly a needed service in other spaces. I think creator economy is just the path of least resistance since it's the most prevalent issue in that industry.
Yeah, I'd love to connect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. 2 sharks are in, Marwan and Triet. What about the rest of the sharks? 3 sharks, Brian, Rish, Angelica. It's
I guess
almost
one out.
one out. We almost there. Yeah.
Did I hear you were Swedish too, Angelica?
No, I'm actually Italian, but I am professionally nomad. I've been living in 8 countries for the past 13 years.
I was gonna say I'm Swedish and Irish, so I would have hoped we could have sent you a deck for that. But no, I appreciate the consideration. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you and good luck with everything, of course.
Thank you so much. Look, great presentation. Please share your information here in the chat and your GGW profile. And yeah, we're moving
and
on.
just so I'm clarifying, because this is my first time in one of these, so LinkedIn, and do you want to like link to the deck essentially, or what's the best way to connect?
Share wherever you want to share here in the chat, and we'll connect you via email with all the sharks who selected you today or tomorrow. So you'll get a warm intro via email.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you guys so much for the time. And this is a really cool thing. I hope to come back again, even if it's just to watch.
Absolutely. We'll be happy to have you. And create your GGW profile on the platform. Thank you. Moving on. And the next person to present is Kyla Komali. Kyla, you ready?
Yeah, tough act to follow, but
now you got go for it.
Thanks. I'm Kayla Kamali. I'm CEO of Lovely Studio, where we are reimagining user-generated content by putting multimodal AI tools into the hands of the players. So imagine an online multiverse full of fully generated sandbox realms that are interoperably linked. The problem in the world right now is that there is a lack of truly meaningful content on media platforms, which are just filled with fear of missing out, one-sided engagements, and shallow promotional content. It's because it's pretty challenging to expose persistent, meaningful mechanics to users. It requires deep integrated system of tools where there's minimal barrier to entry for anybody becoming a creator. It also requires a comprehensive vision. So when I was 13, I lost my mom to breast cancer. And during that time, I played every game I could get my hands on, which allowed me to explore the edges of my imagination and find a newfound agency during the hardest time of my life, which drove my passion for bringing these game systems to the masses. I'm also a former AI roboticist working with the perception team and event-based rapid telemetry pipelining. I introduced the first object detection and avoidance system on our robots, and our startup was acquired by Shopify for $450 million. I'm proud to say that Lovelace is angel funded by my former CEO, CTO, and manager. Our technical team of 4, my co-founder has 20 years of AAA game design experience, so we have a good balance of technical expertise. We have a closed alpha coming out by the end of the month to a community of 50,000 Discord users. We earn revenue through a 2-sided creator marketplace, high margins at every point where we run AI inference, from the textures to the assets to the NPCs, story building, kind of everything. So with these player-driven story mechanics, we foster an organic flywheel of growth. We're close to our pre-seed round, led by a deep tech AI VC and a Sequoia Capital Scout. We are 30% fully committed to our max raise of 1.2. And yeah, we're at the right time with 3 inflection points of mainstream AI tooling, user-generated content growth growing at a 32% CAGR over the next 9 years, and an unsaturated number of indie companies trying to tackle this, being distracted by the technical moat and the false start of Web3 and blockchain gaming. So would love to chat if this is in your wheelhouse. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sounds like an exciting opportunity. Dear Sharks, what's your say?
I'm super in off the bat. I don't think you need to talk to the rest of them. We can just make this live and yeah, get it done.
One shark is super in. What about the rest of the sharks?
I love it.
Where are you based, Kayla?
I'm based in Boston.
Okay.
It's not really.
It's outside of thesis for us, but I do know a couple of funds in Atlanta that they might be interested since they do gaming.
Awesome. That'd be great.
So we will connect you with Triet then as well. Thank you. 2 sharks again.
Say similar situation being here in LA. I know a ton of gaming VCs, so happy to make connections there.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So connect you with Rish. 3 sharks are in. So Brian and Angelica, what they say?
I just wanted to congratulate Kayla on being the first woman to pitch today and doing a great job. Gaming and AI is not my thesis, but well done.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Angelica. Brian.
Excellent presentation, Kayla. Probably out of our realm at the moment, but I'd love to connect.
All right.
Appreciate it.
I'm wondering, yeah,
who the Sequoia Scout is?
I can let you know privately. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
We're in the middle of pitching with Sequoia as well. They're deeply connected. So the scout and the fund. So
perfect.
Awesome. Kyla, please create your GGW profile and share with everyone when you can. And thank you for the awesome presentation. We will connect you by email today or tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. The next person to present is Sam Westfall. Sam, you there? You ready?
I'm here.
Okay, let's rock. 2 minutes.
All right, so that's going to be a hard presentation to follow up on. So let me see what I can do here. So did you know that because of a lack of moving targets, try that again, because of a lack of practice on moving targets, about 300,000 big game animals are wounded across the US during hunting season. This is currently hunting season across the US, by the way. So Archery in Motion is here to step in, provide a moving target platform to allow both archery and gun ranges the opportunity for a moving target platform so that hunters and recreational shooters can build that skill set, get some improved practice, and in hopes to reduce the number of wounded animals. My name is Sam Westfall. I've been a hunter and competitive shooter for the last 35 years. I spent 20 years in IT working in technology, and I spent 7 years in the Army as a mechanic and welder. So I've got the skill set to put it all together. I'm looking for a little bit of help from the Sharks to bring this to life a little bit better. I do have a couple sales underneath my belt, but not enough to really justify kind of where we're at. With that, what questions do you have?
Thank you so much. Dear Sharks, what's your questions? I'm putting everyone in the room, so if you can start with your question. Marwan, would you like to start?
I don't have any questions thus far.
All right.
Sam, is your solution high tech or low tech, hardware or software? Are you putting things on wheels, or do you actually have different tools that you're using?
If you look at the picture behind me, I do make a moving target platform that allows the manufacturers of the targets themselves to ride on our platform. So while it is fairly low tech, it does have technology underneath it. So it's a remote control that can go out to 500 feet, given some real distance and some shot opportunities for both archery as well as firearms.
All right, thank you.
All right. Are there any Sharks have any questions or would like to connect with Sam? All right. Thank you so much.
Appreciate the time. Thanks, folks.
Appreciate that. Please share your information here in the chat. And we're moving on. And the next presenter is Alexander Kovalov. Alex, are you ready? Alexander?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it. 2 minutes.
Do you hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear you well.
Cool. Just imagine there are more than 2 million of people with hand amputation. They suffer every day because modern prostheses are very primitive and uncomfortable. For example, they are not able to make precise movement, type on keyboard, or play musical instrument. I'm CEO and founder of LV Labs. Our mission is to provide freedom of movement for everyone. Our solution is AI-powered hand prosthesis with natural control and sensory feedback. With it, the user can move individual fingers and rotate the wrist, all with non-invasive sensors and quick training. That's not a dream. We are very close to this. We have developed smart control system for natural movements, tested it on 5 people with hand disabilities, and everyone can intuitively move individual fingers and rotate the wrist. We are proud of our advisors, Sergei Stavitsky, with a huge experience in hand movement restoration, and Ruslan Salahuddinov, professor in Carnegie Mellon University. Together, we aim to be a leader in a huge global prosthetic market. Now we are seeking 1.2 million to develop hand prototype, integrate our control system, and provide large-scale testing. Thank you.
Thank you. Right on time. Dear Sharks, your questions, if any.
So, Alexander, this is not my investment thesis right now. However, I do know of a couple of funds and foundations that would be interested in speaking with you. So, Daniel, if you connect me, I'll put Alexander in touch with the right people.
I'd be happy to. Thank you. Anyone else? One shark is in. Any more questions? Okay, so thank you so much. Seems like other sharks don't have any questions. Appreciate it, Alex. We're moving on, and this is like very efficient days. So many projects already presented, and more to present. We still have a little bit of time. So the next one is Massey Brandcom. Massey, are you ready? Massey. So please turn on your mic because we may not hear you. Massey. Okay, we're moving to the next person, Ron Podzensky. Ron, you there?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Go for it. Show us what you got. 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Ron Podzensky, founder and CEO of Envision. And if you've ever shopped online for something like art or furnishings for your home, you've likely found the process to be fraught with uncertainty. It can be really difficult for our brains to translate the tiny images on screen to the real products that we plan to bring into our physical environment, especially purchases of appreciable scale, cost, or decorative value. And as a result, we abandon 86% of our shopping carts and return 30% of our purchases. For merchants, this represents lost opportunity and lost profit, while consumers struggle with the frustration of shipping stuff back. Envision offers software as a service that empowers shoppers to experience virtual, real-scale, realistic 3D holograms of products in and around their homes, making them more comfortable committing to online purchases. Merchants easily and inexpensively add embedded virtual previews directly into their product pages, and shoppers engage by using their phone or tablet as a magic window to anchor virtual products into position exactly where they plan to use them. And when a shopper tries before they buy, they're at least 30% more likely to complete the purchase and 20% less likely to return the goods when they get what they're expecting. Our product's in market, we've got over a dozen paying customers using it, and more than 25,000 products have been activated by these customers. And over 30,000 shoppers engage with their virtual experiences each month. So we're currently raising a pre-seed round. Please reach out to me on LinkedIn if you're interested in learning more. And
thank you so much, Ron.
Yeah.
And let's ask what the sharks are thinking of this. Do you guys have any questions, Ron?
Ron, just a quick clarification on how your product works. So I presume that it's free on the consumer side.
Yes.
Can you discuss how it actually works for the consumer? If they're at home, how does the app actually work?
Sure. It's a slightly different user experience, whether you're shopping on mobile or desktop. So, but basically on the product page, you'll see a button that says view in your room or view on your wall or view on your space. And clicking that on desktop would open a QR code that you scan with your mobile, and then you continue the AR experience on your mobile. And of course, if you're shopping on mobile, it will jump you right into that 3D AR experience.
Understood. Thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions from anyone? Anyone interested to connect with Ron? All right. Thank you so much, Ron. Please share your information here in the chat. We'll be moving on.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. And the next one is again Massey Branscombe. Massey, you ready?
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You got
Awesome. Say that again?
You got 2 minutes. Go for it.
Okay. All right, awesome. I'm Massey, the founder of Crew, and we're working on the coolest stuff in the world. We're trying to understand what drives humans at the most basic fundamental scale. So we're answering the question, what if you turned community connection into a game? So connecting with the people we care about, but instead of going this sort of the typical consumer social right, we're enterprise SaaS, baby. So we work with creators and large communities in gamify engagement with their social media. So basically the way it works is this. Fans earn points by engaging with the creator's content and other members of their fans. and they can use those points to enter giveaways and other cool prizes the creators offer, and then we offer on behalf of the creators. And if they want more entries and cooler prizes, they can donate or subscribe to the creator. So it's Patreon, which you may be familiar with, but on steroids. We're already used by 6,500 creators and communities. There's 2 exits across my co-founders and I have a background in applied physics, won several awards for my research, but realized my passion was community building, built a community of large creators, 25 million followers across them, then gamification on a US presidential campaign. Co-founders is the process of selling a e-commerce business that's generated $1 million in profit in the last year. Other co-founder built and sold a highly gamified SaaS tool in the Minecraft space. So we realized there's a huge opportunity in making giveaways and community building way more fun. We have great traction. We've already raised $450,000. We're raising another $1 million round to be able to build out the monetization our creators and fans are desperately asking us to have for them. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Thank you. So what's your question, dear Sharks? Yeah. My question, like, why don't Patreon doesn't repeat the model you built? Like, what?
So a couple of things. Patreon is a closed platform. Our approach is a layer. So in the way they've built their entire system is it's a subscription-based system with tiers. They would have to rework their entire product to make it work, because you get locked into tiers based on what you subscribe. Ours is a points-based system, and sort of our secret sauce is that we've just partnered with a library of 200,000 products across several partnerships. And so all creators have to do is add us to their Discord, and automatically they start having AI targeted giveaways for their fans. So based on what you've acted with, let's say like gaming or bowling, we will throw like, oh, here's bowling shoes that you have a chance to win. Donate $1 to like 10x your chances of winning. We give most of that revenue to the creators and take a cut ourselves.
Sounds exciting.
We're already used by 6,500 creators and communities, partnerships with some of the largest ones out there on the BD side.
Any other Sharks have a question to Massey? Anyone interested to connect? All right. Thank you, Massey. Great presentation. Congrats with your race. Impressive. Please share your details here and create your GGW profile. And yeah, be with us, be on the network, and pitch us again. Thank you. The next person to present is Ezequiel Torres from Olympus. Ezequiel, are you there? Ezequiel?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You got 2 minutes. You may start.
Hear me? Okay, awesome. Hi, Sharks. I'm Zeke Torres, founder and CEO of Olympus. Are you ready to transform the way you invest in your health and fitness? At Olympus, we're revolutionizing the game with an exclusive fitness credit card and cutting-edge financial app that empowers you to supercharge your health-driven expenses like never before. Imagine having a financial tool that not only supports your commitment to well-being, but also rewards you for it. That's precisely what our innovative platform does. We're introducing a groundbreaking fitness credit card and an intuitive app that incentivizes health-focused spending by granting you 5 times the points within our premium network. With our unique credit card, every purchase you make towards your health journey, whether it's gym memberships, nutritious groceries, fitness, wellness retreats, earns you substantial rewards. These points aren't just for show. They're actually catalysts for maximizing your future fitness investments. Accumulative points to unlock a world of benefits that amplify your dedicated lifestyle. Our financial app is a game changer and is designated to seamlessly integrate with your everyday life, providing real-time insights into your spending patterns and offering tailored advice on how to optimize your healthy expenditures. Moreover, our app rewards your health-conscious choices by offering exclusive deals from our premium network partners. We currently have Lifetime Group and Ironman Group as partnerships, and we're in discussions with Garmin, AG1, and Strava. I'm a second-time founder. We built a EdTech app in 2021 that had 12,000 users in 8 months, and we currently have over 8,000 on our wait list. We're raising a pre-seed round of $500K at a $5 million post money to build out our mobile app and secure our financial partnerships and hiring.
Thank you for your time. Thank you so much. Dear Sharks, do you have any questions?
Yeah, so you mentioned that you get reward for nutritious food, grocery. How do you differentiate that if someone is just buying their grocery at like Whole Foods, Costco, Sam's?
Yeah. So the way that it works is you get 5 times points within our premium brand network. So the way that we differentiate is that we know when the card is spent at Garmin, Lifetime, AG1, one of the supplements, anyone within our brand network, as opposed to it being spent at Whole Foods, because Amazon already has that card. So that would be different, and so it's really direct from our brand partnerships right to you. So getting right off the website, things like that, or even from say a network partner. So if it was Garmin selling their watch at another store, you would still get those 5 times points, even if it wasn't directly on the website. So we'd be able to look through that like spending data with our brand partners and see where they're spending. And if they didn't automatically track in, you'd be able to like submit a receipt or submit, hey, this was the expenditure within a brand network, it didn't pop up, and we'd be able to look into it for you. But the way that it works immediately is just because we have that data from our brand partnerships.
Okay. Are there more questions from the Sharks? Anyone interested to connect? Okay.
Ezekiel, as a former athlete, I love to hear more from you. However, I have to say that it is a red ocean. There's nothing blue left in your space, so it is going to be pretty challenging. But do stay in touch. So put me in touch with Ezekiel, and we'll see where you are.
We will. So one Shark is in.
Sounds great.
Thank you. Marwan, you wanted to say something. Am I right?
Yes, I know a founder who previously worked on something in the like rewards plus fitness space, and there were definitely challenges there. Might be a good person to talk to just to see what his experience was like and if there's anything to learn from that.
All right, then we'll
Yeah,
put
that'd be great.
Like an intro. Fantastic.
Thank you.
2 Sharks are in. Fantastic. So thank you so much, Ezekiel. Great to have you here. And yes, share your information here in the chat as well. We have more investors here as well. So we are about to.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We're about to finish our. We're about to reach our finish line. So exciting, and so many projects today. I can see all the emotions of our investors, and when there's something interesting coming up, like their eyebrows coming up, goes up, and it's getting more exciting. So they decided to connect. Now, the next person to present is Milan Sankhani from Admission. Milan, are you ready?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can. You got 2 minutes. Please go for it.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. Do you know international students have contributed $22 billion in Canadian economy and $45 million in US economy last year? However, it is not easy for colleges and universities to recruit those international students due to language and cultural difference and also market and outreach. So Admission helps colleges and universities to recruit international students from all over the world. We are starting from the Indian market first, and we have already have the early market traction. 4 universities and 1 college are already interested in working with us before even product development. And we have also 4 other B2B partnerships negotiation done to help international students to fasten up their study abroad journey. We are raising pre-seed at $450,000 in order to product development and product launch before, hopefully, before the end of the winter, so that we can get the balls rolling on for the next intake. I'm welcoming the questions that you might have now.
Thank you very much. It was a very efficient presentation. Anyone of the Sharks interested to ask any questions?
I have a question for you, Milan. I think that what you're trying to do is valuable, but there are already a lot of other platforms that are doing it, like Fiverr and Upwork and so on and so forth. And there is a risk, being an impact investor, there is a risk of exploitation. So how would you tackle that? And why? What is your secret sauce as compared to these other 2 players? And there are many others more that are already established on the market.
Sure. Let me make a little bit more clear. So the example that you have given, Fiverr, is basically helping helping for employment and internship and making freelancers and stuff. But what we are doing is helping universities to make to grow in order to recruit international students from all over the Gulf or all over the world for their programs, what they
Okay.
are offering, right? So
Great.
our
Thank you for
competitors are
explaining
basically,
that. Okay.
yes. So our competitors are
Thank
basically
you, Ivan.
applied
No, we
hard.
got it.
We
We're
got
good.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. That was my misunderstanding. Sorry about that, and thank you for the explanation.
Sure. And to make a little bit more clear in terms of competitive advantage, we have already spent more than 15 months in order to find the competitive advantage by talking the registrars and administrators and different deans and professors across the universities,
Okay.
so that we can find the competitive advantage.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Let's actually ask if any of the other sharks are interested to ask you any questions. So yeah, let's let them talk. Dear sharks, do you have any other questions? Okay, so no sharks are interested to connect yet. So Milan, thank you for your presentation. Please share your information and your contacts here in the chat. And we're approaching the final finish line. We have a few people to pitch. So the video matter, Javad Sagedi. Javad, are you ready?
Audiometer. Yeah, apparently I am the second presenter with a posture assessment solution, but we are primarily a software platform.
Go for it. You got 2 minutes.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Javad. I am the CEO and co-founder of Audiometer, a digital health company that improves patient outcomes through AI-driven posture and movement measurements. 1 in 2 American adults suffer from musculoskeletal conditions, which cost our economy $213 billion a year in direct and indirect costs. A few years ago, myself suffered from a shoulder injury in volleyball, visited a physical therapist. After a couple of therapy sessions, felt no pain and decided to self-discharge myself. It was a poor decision, and I developed poor outcomes, and I'm still suffering from chronic shoulder pain. That's why I started developing Audiometer patient engagement platform to enable patients stand in front of an iPad in clinic or an iPhone at home, automatically measure their posture, and we layer that with 17 different quality of life data points from a 2-sided dashboard, and use our proprietary machine learning algorithms to show patients how their posture, function, and pain improves based on previous visits to mutually agree on the best point of discharge. We're currently selling our solution to clinics based on a monthly subscription, have anchor customers in clinics and hospitals. But last year, Medicare introduced new remote therapeutic monitoring billing codes, which opened a unique opportunity for us in the US market to revenue share with the providers. And that's why I came here from Canada to start our US operations, raise our first outside capital of $1 million, to run a 2-year randomized clinical trial in a chain of outpatient physical therapy and occupational therapy clinic that directly bills Medicare. This case study enabled us to reach 75 million in 5 years, position us as a new standard of care to reduce pains of millions of patients. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Dear Sharks, what do you think of this? Do you have anything interesting to ask this moment? Anyone would like?
I think my mom addresses this problem for me. So I think I'll be out. She's always asking me to correct my posture.
Okay, 1 shark is out. What about
Excuse me if you mentioned this already, but is this covered by insurance companies? Or does it look like it's going to be covered? Okay.
Yes. Medicare pays at least $100 to $120 per patient per month, and we take 14% of that per patient.
Thank you.
What about the rest? Anyone have any more questions? Okay. Well, it's already too many projects, and we all got tired a little bit. So, and probably we'll take one final one. Thank you so much, Javad. Please share your contacts here in the chat and your GGW profile. And we will take the final project for today to let the sharks rest because it's so many of you guys today. Ty Moodley, Nosh Commerce, you will be the final presenter for today, and this is your opportunity to stand out. So are you here?
Yes, I am.
All
Hear
right.
me?
Yes, we can. You got 2 minutes. Go for it.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to Nosh Commerce, a cutting-edge AI e-commerce platform revolutionizing the way restaurants operate. With Nosh Commerce, we're empowering restaurants to effortlessly establish and scale their online presence while ensuring exceptional experience for the customers. So why Nosh? Currently, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Skip charge about 30% commission for online delivery orders. Restaurants have no choice but to pay this. This is very painful, especially in this economic climate we're in. Why us? Well, I've been in e-commerce for the past 15 years and digital marketing. I understand about e-commerce and how to build scalable solutions. Why now? Well, as I mentioned earlier, restaurants are struggling and they're very desperate for solutions like ours. I've already signed on 5 restaurants in my city. I live in Kitchener, Ontario. And when I saw them, they asked me, they said, what happens to the 20% that you're not charging us? I said, well, that goes into your pocket. And the smile that these owners gave me made me very happy. We integrate with other delivery platforms like DoorDash and Lyft. And we also pull data. We generate content using AI, basically automating the digital marketing agencies that would offer these services to restaurants. So they don't have to pay additional money to analyze that data. We pull the data from Google Analytics. We integrate that there with the orders, and that provides additional insights for these restaurants. And what makes us special is that it's a headless CMS, meaning that we can connect any custom branded mobile and web app for the restaurant. So all that data they get to keep. So we pre-seed right now, and we're looking for investors.
Thank you so much. And this is the final presenter for today. And let's make it count. Do you have any questions to Ty? Anyone would like to elaborate?
Yeah, maybe you could go into kind of how you're going about reaching out to these customers, these restaurants, and getting them on board to the platform.
So currently, I just go around and I go knocking on doors, door to door, and I speak to these restaurant owners. I tell them what we're doing, and it's quite amazing that I get the type of response where they just say, "Yes, I'm interested." So it's not a difficult sell. The pain point is 30%. They don't want to pay that. They hate. Some of them have turned off Uber Eats. One restaurant owner told me that they turned it off, and Uber Eats came back to them and said, "Hey, we'll give you 10 grand to turn us back on as long as you don't sign with DoorDash." And I mean, at that point, I was like, "What? Uber Eats is paying people $10,000 to sign up? I mean, how ridiculous is that?" I didn't have to pay them $10,000. They wanted our product. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to have a conversation.
Okay, great.
Congrats. One shark is in. What about the rest of the sharks? This is the final presenter for today. Any more questions or anyone wants to connect? Okay. Well, Ty, great job. You were the one who was closing the GGW Sharks 32nd, and congratulations that Rishi decided to connect with you. So we will definitely connect in the nearest time. On this note, this is the time when we are closing this session. So I'm going to let the Sharks to close the session. So we had an amazing day today, and I would like to thank you all Sharks for being so patient with all the questions, with all the tough amount of information you received. So thank you so much for being with us these 2 hours. And dear startup founders, you are doing great. It's so hard to present. We know that. That's why we're trying to help. And that's why we give as many people a chance to pitch as possible. So please support us on social media, share your love, and spread the word about Global World and this kind of event, because our investors are giving you as much attention as possible. They're sharing with you their knowledge and energy. And with that said, I would like to ask our sharks, our investors today, to close this great session that we've had today. I think we've nailed it. So Marwan, what do you have on your mind, on your heart? Whatever feedback you want to share with the guys.
I'm currently pitching for a fund as well, and a lot of rejections happen. It's just a part of the game. One thing that is exciting, though, is rejections are never permanent. Oftentimes with progress and traction, people change their minds and the tables turn. There has been times where I've really wanted an investor on my cap table. They've said no, and they've wanted to come on my cap table, and we did not have the opportunity to have them on board. So hoping that everyone here will one day have the hoping that everyone here who is talking with us will have us on their cap table, and everyone who is not will one day have us begging to be on it and perhaps reject us.
Thank you so much. Great to have you, and be happy to have you again. You know, there is something that we have in common. I heard from one investor recently that founders and investors are all raising all the time. So we're in the same shoes. Rish, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I guess on a similar vein, you know, I know having been in the situation also of having to pitch as a founder, it's a difficult thing, but I think the beauty of this type of a platform that Daniel has put together is it allows you to get the reps required to succinctly get your pitch ready. And so take as many of these types of opportunities that are out there to succinct that pitch. And before you know it, to Marwan's point, you have investors begging to be on your cap tables.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Marwan just wrote, we are all labor for someone else's capital. That's fun. Brian, what do you have to say about today's session and people?
I think all the founders did a great job pitching today. A little advice I would give, or most of you already did this, but perhaps to hone your pitch a little bit, make it a little bit tighter. You could obviously address the size of the market opportunity. I know venture investors are particularly interested in that. And kind of a roadmap of how you're going to scale your company into a venture investable company. But otherwise, fantastic job, and enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you.
Love the feedback. We enjoyed having you. Please join us again as a Sharks. It's so exciting to have you. Triet, I think that will be your turn. Share your love and feedback, whatever you have.
Yeah, I think everyone did a great job. I know 2 minutes is a very short time, and you know, speaking just on my side, with 2 minutes, I would rather founders to just give me the straight to the point pitch, problem, solution, instead of trying to finesse and create this big, huge opportunity. I'm not that smart to try to keep up with all that, so I'd rather just give me the bullets of what I need to know, so I can figure out if I'm curious enough to book a second meeting.
Thank you. And this is exactly what we're trying to achieve. That's why, guys, listen to our Sharks. They're trying to give you all possible ways to connect with them. So keep it simple for them. Thank you, Triet, for saying this. Appreciate it. Angelica, Morrone, thank you for closing today's session. And it's not the first time you're closing. So all your work is super valuable. Please share whatever you have.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank my fellow panelists, always sharp and great, and I always learn something from their questions, so thank you for that. Thank you, Daniel, and your team for the great work you put up. Everybody who pitched was great. It is tough. Everybody is pitching all the time. Every single moment you're speaking with anybody, you're pitching. A mentor of mine once told me, we're always pitching, be careful what you pitch for. So as you've heard, just go for the clear, concise way to get us interested. If you hear a no today, it's not going to be a no forever. So do follow us on LinkedIn, send us updates, let us know when there's something good to know, and mostly make us see the value that you're bringing to us and to the world. Good luck to everybody, and thank you for having me once again.
Thank you so much, Angelica. So I think we nailed it, and the day has gained us 24 matches today. So we're gonna connect it today, tomorrow. It's a lot of connections. I appreciate investors taking time and actually deciding to connect with any of the founders. I hope it will lead us to some specific opportunities, and maybe someone will be getting an investment. Well, I have some news to share. There is one project recently was on the Shark Tank here on our GGW Sharks, and they were recently funded. So I was informed by from one of our Sharks And this is something I'm super proud of. So I hope you investors would find a project to invest soon enough. And you guys would find your investor here. So it's happening here. It's a real thing. Well, just I want to say, please support us on social media. Please give us feedback. I just shared with you the link to our feedback form. And of course, subscribe to our next event that's happening in 2 weeks. So we are running this every 2 weeks. And in the meantime, if you need any help, join our community, support each other, and let's stay in touch. I'll see you next event, and have a great rest of the week. And enjoy, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.